Howdy there, folks. What is going on? My name is Rabbit, and thank you so very, very much for joining me for episode number 183 of our playthrough in Jade Cocoon 2, where we're just continuing to make our way through the bonus forest here in the post-game. So we are rapidly approaching the conclusion of the level 6 fire forest, known as Firestorm. In our last episode, we just hit the Princess Vine of Firestorm number 6, or number 5, I should say, and now we are prepped and ready to go into Firestorm number 6. I was getting a little ahead of myself there. Can you tell I am eager to find the end of this forest, and we're almost there, so there's really no need for me to get too ahead of myself here, except for the fact that my team is sweating it a little bit. I wouldn't say necessarily met our match, but the foes are fierce around here, and oh my goodness, I really could use mugwort. Not to say that I don't appreciate finding myself face to face with MP. Well, it should work. Why is it not? Oh, because she's dead. Doy. To quote Helga Pataki here. Okay, let's just go ahead and give that to Shelby. But do you guys see what I'm talking about? Like, my team, we're standing okay, but our footing isn't firm on this soil. So we gotta really watch our asses here, try our best to get all the initiatives we can, because otherwise we are going to have a bad time, and there really is just no way around that. So I'm going to start off on this side, hoping that between the mana raising and casting Adia, I might be okay. I mean, we're probably not okay, because I think these guys pack quite a wallop in terms of the Soldote that they summon. But here's what we're going to do, because this is going to fuck up my team. Okay, we're probably going to lose. I think we're going to lose Keela. There's no way around it. But I was sharing with you guys at the end of our last episode that she does have the ability known as Resurrect. So there is a half chance, or at least that's what the description says. I don't know if that means each turn there's like a 50-50 shot of RNG just, rolling the die and deciding, hey, let's bring her back. I have no idea how that's going to kind of go, but I am just praying for something to kind of be in our favor here. But I think we might be okay. Their attack is going down. I think we're gonna start doing it. I'm gonna use a Resurrect book. It sucks a little bit. These are kind of hard to come by, but if I'm not going to use the books now, when am I going to use them? What's the point of hoarding them forever and ever? Oh gosh, it's a struggle, but somebody's gotta drive the struggle bus, am I right? And it's typically me. So I need to focus though and make sure that my shit is in order, at least as much as it can be. It looks like Lexi is actually oh my god, I was gonna say she's in pretty good shape, but she's really not, if I can be completely transparent here. I guess I could use a full heal book, but y'all, those are not what I'm looking for. I guess we could, let's see here. Let's see. We've got options. We've got options. Shall we just try this Hellfire? It's not going to do that much damage, and it broke after one use. Okay. That's not very good, and we don't have Keela, which is also not very good, but the fact that Lexi has the ability to confuse, if she could just land it, I would seriously appreciate it, Lexi. And if we are so lucky, perhaps Keela will come back on her own, so that way my efforts are not totally in vain, and the item that I used was not just for funsies. But Lexi is a bit of a beast. You guys see how she is not taking any damage from their bullshit. So I'm feeling good about that. Not feeling good about the fact that, please, kill yourself, kill your team, because you guys are cramping my style. I really just need Keela to come back so I can cast Adia and get some folks back in my party. I think that's really what I'm holding out for right now. Please, confusion! Oh my gosh. And that 55 is not going to be able to hold her for that long. we'll see how it goes. Y'all, maybe it would have been within my best interest to run all the way back, but no, I'm not a quitter, and I am determined to see this through, and I feel we're not in the worst shape that we could be in. I'm going to go ahead and rotate. This is probably bad news bears for Ciara, but that's okay. Assuming that this thing fucks its own self up, which it did. Hallelujah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we're gonna get some mana back up. Gonna try to buy Lexi a little bit of time, and in the meantime, make this thing run out of mana. If Keela could just work her magic. So I swear that she comes back, you guys. I showed you all the ability, but she's not wanting to do it for me. And that might have been the first time I've honestly seen it happen. I don't know if it's been a thing that's occurred on camera before. So I don't know. Maybe RNG it'll be with me, but it's not looking that way. So I'm going to try to stall for one more turn here. Thankfully, Krusty also has the ability to regen a bit. It's not enough to make up for all of the damage that he's taking to the face, but it's a decent stall. Okay, I'm going to cast this one more time. It missed. Hallelujah. Keela, please. If she could just come back, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. But no, not the case. So here we go. I gotta use my second Resurrect book. Oh no. And that's not even the person I needed to come back. Okay. Well, you guys, this is just grand. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. And I don't want to use my full heal books. Do you know how much that sucks? But I guess if you're going to use one, now is the time, right? At least in the meantime, I will be able to bring back Ciara, and I should heal at least one person up before we'll be in the position to totally wipe the floor with this thing. But yeah, this is a nice snapshot and summary of our last episode, because this has been how fights have been going, where I have been just struggling to get back where we need to be. And no, you're joking. Why would you do this? Oh my goodness. Because now Ciara's gonna kill this thing, and I can't heal two people fully. It's not really how I would have liked this to go down, but I guess it works. So yeah, 3 books later, I guess I can't complain about not having enough books to go around, or not having enough space in my backpack anymore, am I right? Oh my goodness. Alrighty, well, yeah, welcome back, guys. This is how things go around here. I guess it's fine, you know? I'm really not in the position to complain. It hasn't been bad, and woohoo, a flame rose. At least I've got decent things to sell, so that should make up for the fact that I'm having to... Can I get the initiative? I don't think I got the initiative. Surprisingly, that fight didn't go nearly as badly as it probably could, so whew, wiping my brow a little bit. But yes, I guess that brings me to something else I had started to share with you guys, that just for the sake of being mindful of time, I'm going to try to start cutting out just a few of the repeat fights. It might not be all of them. It might not even be more than just 1, maybe 2. But I will look as I'm editing at the timestamp for the videos and try to just make them a bit more palatable. Alrighty, let's keep on trekking through. Oh God. And pray we don't run into the boss anytime soon, because, woo, my team, y'all, we're in a rough place. But let's check out the inciting book. Where is that? So ups attack of attack side. Decent. But I only have 1 full heal book remaining. So not really. I guess I could honestly use the recovery Bible. It's probably about time we tap into some of our secret books here, because we will be eventually going back into the water forest, so it's not like we're not going to be able to replenish our stock. So note to self, Liberidia plus Soldote, super uncool to deal with. And oh my goodness, it's like the game just loves taunting me. Look at this. I get a bitter mugwort now. I don't really need it now because of the stall, which, hey, it ended up working out in my favor, but not a good time. That is all you guys really need to know. That fucking sucked. But I feel like we're in a better place now, thanks to the team coming together, doing what they need to do, and perfect. I wonder if the game is being a bit generous because we're approaching the boss / mini boss. I feel like the last island or the last section we were in. So, oh my gosh, do you guys see this? Maybe I might clear out both of these and I'll bring y'all back. Oh, unless I can scooch on by, then that's only one to take down. All right, before that thing gets over here to me, let's just head this way. So, oh my gosh, it's like endless, you guys. All of the enemies here, it's starting to make me sweat a bit, but I think we're in a good spot now. It's just getting low. It's hard to really recover from that position, but I think we were able to do it in a so-so manner. But the true question, friends, is what am I eating tonight? I was starting to share that with y'all in the last episode, I believe, that I don't know what I want to cook. And I remember during undergrad, this was always the debate that went through my mind. Like, do I want to actually cook something or do I want to use one of the meals that I had prepped in advance? So I was sharing with y'all that I was a big fan of using Sundays as cook day, where I would just make like 2, sometimes 3 bigger meals, and then I would just divvy them up into Tupperware that I could easily and effortlessly just throw in the fridge and then just grab them on the mornings of class or whatever I had going on and call it a day. But unfortunately, I got out of the habit of doing that because Andrew and I got married when I was in graduate school. So, you know, it's nice to be able to lean on the shoulder of your partner and be able to rely on them to get some good eats in both of y'all's bellies. But now I'm fucked because I feel like I don't really want to cook and I didn't meal prep anything. So it's a rough ride, y'all. Not sure if popular or unpopular opinion, but am I the only one who doesn't think that cooking is very fun? Now, I'm not one of those folks who hates cooking. Like, I actually think there are times where it's very enjoyable and I enjoy experimenting with a combination of ingredients, and I think I'm the type of person that I'm a good enough cook to where I don't have to follow a recipe book. So I get it. I have friends who they have to because they're not very creative in the kitchen or they just don't like it enough to want to put more effort into becoming better. So I get it. It's a drag and nobody likes having to, I don't want to have to deal with this guy, having to basically read from a script everything they have to combine to make their meal. That's 100% absolutely understandable why you wouldn't enjoy cooking if that's the limitation that exists for you. For me, that's not necessarily the case, yet I still just not super in love with it. This might be a shameful thing to confess. I don't know, not too sure, but I much prefer baking to cooking. And yes, it's probably because I'm greedy and I like the results that come with baking more than I like what comes with cooking. Because with baking, you can get like cookies and cake and pie and all of those delicious things that are horrible for me since I'm lactose intolerant, but I love them anyway. And finally, we find the mini boss. And I say that with air quotes because I'm not sure if this guy's going to give us too much trouble. We'll see. Let me start out on this side. Because if I can get, oh my God, if I can get lucky and confuse him, that will make my life so much easier, you guys. I'm not expecting it to work out, but, and it did. I cannot believe it. Well, that's a wrap for him. I think this guy's going to be easier for me to deal with than 3 of those things that cast Soldote. That shit sucks, you guys. Even the Liberidia with the 2 Soldotes, the fights were taking a long ass time. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys will have seen by now because I will have uploaded the video with edits, but I'm thinking I actually probably will cut out most of the fights in this episode just to save you guys the trouble of having to watch, because there's a lot of bullshit, and a lot of the fights were just stall, and me waiting until one of them gets petrified, or me praying that my Ad Moomer Knight will kill one or two of the enemy so that I can heal everyone up with Adia, because Adia is good in that it will resurrect someone or fill one person's HP bar up to 100%, but it only heals one person at a time. And that's some slow shit, you guys. When you've got 3 people whose asses are getting wrecked by fucking back-to-back-to-back soldotes, like that shit feels super bad. But I think we're actually in a better place. So I can't complain. I think this fight shouldn't be too terrible. And if I can stay lucky, you know, I feel like Lexi, she is a rock star. So if I can keep his shit low, I doubt petrification's going to apply. Like, that would be major hacks, right? The game would be pretty ridiculous if they let you get away with that type of abuse. But anyhow, so baking. I am 100% on board with baking, you guys. I can bake all day, every day. I can't necessarily eat all of the goodies that I like to bake, but I feel like it's a much more enjoyable experience for me because, I don't know, it feels more like you're putting together all these pretty things to come up with this not only delectable product, but it's visually appealing. But to be fair, you can say the same thing about... Do I want to stay on this side? Nah, we'll go back to our water side. You can say the same thing about cooking for just like a dinner or a lunch. Like, you can make very elaborate, aesthetically satisfying meals. Andrew is... I wouldn't say Andrew's a better cook than I am, but I think he's more patient than I am, and he reads a lot of cookbooks in his downtime. So I think as a result of that, I think he's more experimental with combining certain flavor profiles, and he'll put forth the time that I don't want to in order to make a meal look very beautiful. So he'll make like these elaborate, like fried rices, for example, or vegetable stir fries. Like, any one of us, you know, whether you have to follow a recipe or not, that's not anything that's that glamorous or insane to prepare. Like, it's pretty easy as long as you know how to cut vegetables and you know how to pan fry, and you don't, I guess, fuck up how much of what ingredients or spices you're putting in there. You should be okay. But Andrew will take it like a step further, and he will combine everything at exactly the right moment, and the texture is perfect. And then he loves like sprinkling shit on top of shit, like black sesame seeds, for example. He'll just put them on top at the end, and he'll shape the fried rice or the stir fried in the shape of like a bowl. It's nuts. And then he'll put sprigs of shit on top of it. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. I love it when I come home after a 10, 11, 12-hour workday and he thought to be kind and considerate enough to make my meal not only delicious, but beautiful. Like, I really appreciate that because, as I've already mentioned, one of the appeals to baking for me is that a lot of baking does result in very beautiful and aesthetically pleasing products. Whereas cooking can kind of go either way, you know? You can make an omelet that looks like bullshit but tastes like heaven. Similarly, I guess you could make muffins that look awful but taste good. I don't know if that's going to be as easy to accomplish, but the point of me sharing all of this with you guys is just to say that I can cook. Sometimes I enjoy cooking if it's for something specific. Like, I like hosting and having people over, and I like potlucks because everyone can kind of show off what they've got going on. But you guys, I am not that person that just every day I'm like, ugh, what am I going to cook today? I can't wait. Let me combine this, and let me combine that, and let me see how this looks, and oh, what about this flavor? No, that is not rabbit. I don't think that will ever be me. So undergrad was definitely, God damn it, Lexi, can you please land your shit? Undergrad was definitely a time for me where I didn't give 2 fucks at all. It was like, all right, what casserole can I put together? And then what is something that I could pre-chop that could also easily be assembled? So I basically lived off staples like rice, beans, I didn't eat that much pasta, but pasta bakes were another really easy thing that you can cook in one night and then break up into like easy little bite-sized, Tupperware-sized packets of food. And that with just like you chopping maybe a salad, like a big bowl of tossed salad, that's like 3-4 days, you know? So I think you can make your meals in a very smart way, but if you fall out of the habit of it, let me tell you, the motivation and the drive to cook every day, it's not there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be whipping up today. And this guy is really, really drawing this fight out. He's almost dead, though. And as soon as we're finished with him, my God, you guys, I guess what we'll do is there might be 1 or 2 ogre vines left, which we absolutely want to check out. And then we'll head to island number 7, which will have the object we're kind of waiting on. The jewel. Is it a jewel or is it an orb? I can't remember what the game called it, but it will be waiting for us, which will be great. And then I guess I kind of need to make the decision, don't I? Are we going to keep going? Are we going to stop? Like, this is what? This might be video 14 in our batch. So I don't know, you guys. I know that I think there are a few of us, especially those of you who've been watching since the beginning, that it's been a long time that we've had Jade Cocoon 2 rolling out on this channel. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think especially when it came to the post game, I've taken healthy breaks for me, and I think healthy breaks for some of you who are kind of burned out because the game's been, I mean, I don't want to say it's been a drag, but it's been a bit dry, I think is a neutral way to describe how the last, I'd say 10 hours of gameplay have, oh, Krusty, no! How dare you, you monster! Not my beloved Krusty, but it's over for him. I don't think he's got it in him to really do too much else. Oh, maybe I stand corrected. We're just gonna rotate here and kind of finish things off somewhere else. My God, he does so much damage. But it's all good. It's all good. Krusty can heal himself up a little bit, so if I have to start off the next fight or two on a different side of my amulet, I think we should be good to go. So I'll be honest with you guys. I feel like we've taken healthy breaks from the game, but I'm so ready to officially be done with the post game. I don't even know how to express it further than just to say this game, it's getting to the point where I think it's presented to us what it's been able to, and we've absorbed everything that we can. So foam cognet. Hang on. Let me see. What is this? Augs. I don't have any Augs in my team right now. Oh, or I might be a lying sack of shit. Isn't Keela? She is. MP up by 17. That's great. I'll just go ahead and pick up what's left. Hard cognet. We'll give that to Keela and greater Batel. So we'll check out both of these here. Hard cognet. Here you go, Keela. I think we're going to have her for a while. She's a little too good to let go. So that was +4 to strength. Greater Batel for Coos. I think we can give this to Tony. Do we want to give it to Tony? Because we're going to be getting rid of Ciara. She's hit her max capacity. Sniff, sniff. She's been with us for such a long time, but, you know, she's done what she's needed to do. Okay, friends. I know we are getting up there in terms of our time limits here, but I do want us to peep any final ogre vines before we head to the princess vine. Fortunately, we already know we've exhausted the boss, so these should be pretty easy. And did I already mention this? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but just reflecting on what? There's another one over there. No, I'm going to have to run all the way back around. That fucking sucks. But reflecting on how everything in this episode has panned out, I feel pretty confident that I'm going to cut out most of the fights. I might show you 1, maybe 2, but if it's just fighting the same monsters over and over again, I might let you just see for some of them what is in the enemy lineup, because sometimes it's 3 of those coup things. I don't really know what they're called. I know bad rabbit, bad. But sometimes they'll throw in something else, like there's been the thing that looks like my Earth, that Drac, that's occasionally been in there. And that might be it, thinking about it. But anyway, that's not enough fighting diversity to warrant me putting all these You're joking. How did I not see that loops around? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's fine. Let's go. Let's see the cutscene, and we will call this, do we want to call this a session? Do we want to just call it an episode? Yeah, I don't know. Oh my gosh, Kahu. I really am not sure. Maybe it's something that I'll decide once we get back to the, temple. I almost called it an arena for some reason. But all right, we made it. Island number 7.
I don't think there is another gate for going any deeper.
So is this the deepest part of the forest? Huh? What's that? What? This is...
I feel the power of the forest. This is...
A new orb is here. Wow!
Although I'm not sure what it's going to give us this time. Last time it was a merge limit arena access. So it is the fire jewel, but I don't know, like, is it just going to scale it? So for each of the level 6 forests that you complete, one might be 2 merge limit, and then the other one might be 3 merge limit or 4 merge limit. I don't know how they're going to do this, but you can now enter in, oh, I stand corrected. Auto left turn. So it just always rotates left. What? That is kind of cool, you guys. That sounds pretty lulzy. Not gonna lie. If this game had taken off and had become kind of a party game or had become more competitive like the Pokemon games have been, I see the potential in this game. I roast it a little bit, but I feel like I do a good job of balancing out my praise for it. You know, for all the flaws that do exist, I feel so strongly that they had some interesting ideas here, and I get it. I do get it. Okay, he wants bullshit. Not gonna do that. He wanted Mel's liquor 7. Get me 5. Why don't you get fucked? And then Choco in Dust Up. We're not heading to Dust Up. Next will be our water forest, so we're not gonna worry about it, but let's chat up these two. They're probably not going to say anything new, but whatever.
I sort of wonder what kind of person that guy Levant was. I never got to meet him.
Okay.
I hate my uniform. This yellow is too easy to spot. But Kokona and the girl said that it'll stand out in the forest, so it's safer.
How is that safer if you stand out? I don't know, Vanilla. I'm done with you. I'm done with Mint. I'm done with all you hoes. I'm just trying to chill, you know? So right now we're averaging, I think this is the 14th video that we've recorded in the batch that we've gotten started with. So I almost wonder, friends, oh my God, why do I have so many of these shield books? I think, you know, I might get rid of these shield books because we have so many shield Bibles. We'll keep one. The steel wall, I mean, do I need these? That's the question. That is the question, friends. I know for a fact that I want to grab at least 2 citron powders. I think these have made or broken some confrontations. And I'm going to bring 2 of these. So you know what? Looking at that, I think I am going to only bring along 2 Hellfire books. We'll bring along 2 steel wall books. We'll have 2 inciting books. And then I think we're good. I would say this is pretty good. Because we do still have... We've got the item that I'm not using on Krusty quite yet. Something to think about. I will have to tinker with my team a little bit. We have some folks who did merge up, but first and foremost, I want us to, blah, blah, blah. Just show me the new arena that I have access to. So you have a fire jewel. You can now enter the auto left tournament. That sounds so cool, you guys. I don't know. To me, that just sounds so cheeky. Like a tournament where the beast amulet automatically turns to the left. That is crazy. But in a wonderful sporadic, unpredictable kind of way, which I think this game really needed at this point. So either way, whether we keep going, which y'all, I feel like we're so close. We're literally, for this recording session, halfway through to being done. So I know this might not be what a lot of people want to see. Like, that's going to be about a month's worth of Jade Cocoon 2. But if we just bear through this month, then we'll be done. And we'll be able to get back to Brave Fencer Musashi. And then when we take our next break from Brave Fencer Musashi, we'll be ready to debut our next Let's Play series and our next Let's Play project. I think that sounds like a good idea. So you know what? I'm going to call it. I'm slamming down the gavel right now. Friends, we're immediately in episode number 184 going to just continue through. We're going to head into the water forest, and hopefully we'll be able to continue at this pace of about one episode per island, even though obviously we've had some episodes that are longer than others and shorter than others. But I think we're in a good place to where we should be able to wrap everything up in another 14 or so videos. Preferably, you know, like 10 is where I'd like to be at. And the water forest is not that bad. I think the fire one just had a lot of bullshit that made fights take a long time, even though I edited them out. And I think the wind forest just has a lot of status effects that are kind of cancerous as well. But anyway, let's hand over the cocoon and we'll just call this quitsy. So we got Kamikaze Hit, which is going to be awesome for merging some people into. Great, no one cares about that. And I think I have one person in my team that's at 20. Is that Shelby? It is Shelby. So I'm going to be merging her up because she's where she needs to be. As for her, or as for anyone else, I think just as parting words, we're going to be getting rid of Ciara here on the corner. She's at her full form. And I guess we'll be getting rid of Lexi, which kind of sucks because Lexi is a bit of a powerhouse, but it is what it is. So thank you so much for watching this very long episode. I promise episode 184, kind of how I've been attempting to balance out some of these with shorter ones following the longer ones. We will not have our upcoming video last quite this long, but when we do come back together in video 184, we will be ready to advance onward into the level 6. I'm like losing it, you guys. The level 6 water forest. So thank you so very much for joining me thus far. I hope you guys are as eager as I am to see this series through to the end. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. So take care, and I will see you guys very, very soon.